anyway, this area is where we took out all those leaves that are in bags up there. And if you remember, the leaves were like up to here in this whole area. So that was quite a massive cleanup we did yesterday. And we got that finished. So today, now we're starting on day 4. And day 4, we're already starting to get the stuff organized. Day 4 is section 3. Section 3 includes all of this area. Through here. We're going to go ahead and prune this tree. We're also going to prune this cherry tree. And we're going to go ahead and prune some of this other stuff here. Like, for example, this tree here has been leaning on this wall. So I'm going to go ahead and take out that whole branch so that he can like try to regrow himself away from the wall. It's not really good for him to be on the wall. Biggest issue is that he rubs. And eventually disease and bugs and stuff can go in there. It's like tearing the skin off. So this is like the tree's skin. And it keeps all the bad stuff out. Keeps all the good stuff in. So it would be like you know, rubbing your arm raw on this and it getting raw, kind of bloody and open, and then it's open to infection. So we want to make sure that the tree doesn't rub, no branches rub by the time we get done pruning. We don't want it sitting on a wall and rubbing. This tree too, also, we're going to prune this guy back, and because he's got one arm that's holding himself up on this wall, we're going to go ahead and cut that arm off. We're going to make a nice clean cut. So whenever we're dealing with cuts, another thing I'd like to talk to you about, they call this a crotch. This little area here where it kind of gets more skin, maybe even scar tissue. When you have this kind of stuff going on, you have to determine which branch you want to cut off. Because eventually when this branch gets too heavy, it will tear here. Or if the wind blows, if it's not very sturdy. You can really see what I'm talking about here as far as a crotch area. Right here. Right in there is the crotch area. And it almost looks like it's kind of scabbed over. But it's not. It's just where the two parts have melded into one. Now because this is almost the same size as this, if it wasn't holding itself up on this wall, it would probably rip and tear if there was a big storm because of the weight. This guy is trying to hold it off. So when we take this off, we want to get as close to that crotch as possible so that the tree can reabsorb itself, heal over like we talked about earlier. And then we're going to go ahead and prune this tree and clean up this area as well and all the leaves. And then go to this area. This is a peach that I pruned a couple of weeks ago. This is how I started the project. It was an old peach tree. It was original with the property. It had been, during the bulldozing of this area, it had been kind of pushed and bulldozed out of its space numerous times. So anyway, a couple weeks ago I came in, I pruned off all the big wood, and now it's doing really good. I mean, even though there's snow, you can see how happy it is. It has little buds on it, and I hope it's going to grow big and strong. We're going to go ahead and finish up this area and this area. That's good